Next, we'll talk about the user permissions that are built into QuickBooks Enterprise. But first, we'll talk about the user permissions that are included in our Pro and Premier software. User permissions in our Pro and Premier software are divided up into these 8 broad categories. And if you were to give access to any one of these categories to one of your users, they would have the ability to do everything in that particular category. Now we'll take a look at the Sales and Accounts Receivable category as an example. And if you were to give someone access to this particular category in our Pro and Premier software, they would have the ability to do everything on this list. So they would be able to enter sales, they could create estimates, they could do progress billing, they can receive payments and deposits, process credit card transactions, including returns. So everything on this list they would have the ability to do. Now in QuickBooks Enterprise we get very specific with user permissions. Now as I mentioned earlier, we include 15 predefined user roles to simplify user setup. We even include a view-only role, so if you wanted to give someone the ability to look at everything but change nothing, the view-only role would accomplish that. Now we allow you to delete roles, you can duplicate them, you can modify them, and you can create brand new roles from scratch. Now this is where you'll find the 115 different permission choices. And as you can see, we'll take a look at the Customers and Receivables role. You can get very specific, very granular with user permissions in QuickBooks Enterprise. So let's say I wanted to give someone the ability to create an estimate. And I can give them full access to create an estimate, but limit their ability to enter sales transactions. So maybe I just want them to be able to view invoices or create invoices, but not modify, delete, or print. I can easily do that in QuickBooks Enterprise. I can limit their ability to use or view credit card numbers, and I can give them access to specific reports. Now we also give you a very easy way to audit user permissions, and that's through the View Permissions feature. Now you can do this either by user or by role. But in a very easy to read report form, you can go through and audit your user permissions. Now this is also a great way to see the 115 different user permission choices that are available in QuickBooks Enterprise. Also around controls and security features, we give you the ability to set a closing date. Now with the closing date feature, you can come in and set a particular closing date. You can enter a password, but then no user, unless you provide them with the password, would be able to enter, modify, or delete any transaction that fell before your closing date. Now to go with that, we also include a closing date exception report. And as I mentioned earlier, there's an audit trail report that records everything that happens to a transaction in QuickBooks. Next, we're going to talk about some things that are included with your purchase of QuickBooks Enterprise. And to talk about that, we're going to talk about what's called the full service plan. Now the full service plan, as it says here, is included with your purchase of QuickBooks Enterprise for the first year. Now that includes exclusive access to our Everything Enterprise members website and get access to everything that's included as part of your benefits to the full service plan membership. And you'll also automatically receive any new versions of the product that's released while you have an active full service plan. So you'll get exclusive access to our US-based team of experts that have deep QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions product knowledge. And you'll also get unlimited technical support for any technical support issues that you may have. To help get you and your employees up to speed with QuickBooks Enterprise, we include online access to Mastering QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions. And to help keep your data secure, we include an online backup service. We also include data recovery protection that can help recover your data in case of a hard drive crash. Also included with your purchase of QuickBooks Enterprise is the Employee Organizer. Now, the Employee Organizer is sort of like an HR module. This will allow you to go through a hiring process with your employees. You can track raises and promotion of employees over time. You can also track leave of absence and termination of employees. The Employee Organizer will allow you to easily find the information you need about your employees through the employee summary, and as a fee-for service, you can get a background check on your employees and applicants. We also include the latest copy of the Employment Regulations Guide, and through the Employee Organizer, you can ask a question to an employment expert. Now, we also include EDI capability with QuickBooks Enterprise, and HighJump Software is our partner for EDI. Now, with your purchase of QuickBooks Enterprise, we include HighJump's TrueCommerce EDI software. That is a $795 value that's included free of charge. Now, if you have any questions about the capability of EDI or how the TrueCommerce EDI software integrates with QuickBooks Enterprise, please do give the HighJump software folks a call at the number that you see there on the screen. All right, the last thing that we'll talk about is the Intuit Field Service Management application. Field Service Management integrates seamlessly with QuickBooks Enterprise and will allow you to easily schedule work orders. You can send wireless work orders to your technicians in the field. You can also efficiently schedule work orders with the built-in GPS mapping. Your technicians in the field can then accept payment on a handheld device, or you can accept payment in the office. Intuit Field Service Management is tailor-made for HVAC, plumbing, and electrical service businesses serving commercial or residential customers. Now, with an active full service plan, we include a $420 per year credit toward the purchase of the Intuit Field Service Management application. Well, that concludes the product demonstration portion of our meeting. So now we'll talk about your next steps. For those of you that are interested in purchasing QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions, we do only offer the enterprise software for sale one of two ways. The first way is directly from Intuit, from one of our Intuit sales representatives, and the other way are from folks that are local to you called Intuit Premier Resellers. Now, Premier Resellers can help you with the entire process: evaluation, purchase, implementation, setup, and training for QuickBooks Enterprise. Of course, they do charge fees for their services. And what this isn't telling you in so many words is that we don't offer the enterprise software for sale in normal retail outlets. So you will not find it in, let's say, your local Office Max or Office Depot type locations, just available directly from Intuit. So to speak to one of our Intuit sales representatives, dial the toll-free number that you see there on the screen, 866-379-6635, or to get in touch with a Premier Reseller, you can go to our website, qbes.com/local help, or just give your Intuit sales representative a call, and they would be more than happy to help you find a Premier Reseller in your area. Thank you very much for considering Intuit's QuickBooks Enterprise Solutions.